Hello everyone, welcome back to iQuanta. So I have started with number system playlist, and in the number system today I'll be talking about last digit or unit digit. So I will go about the basics of last digit or unit digit, and then we will solve some CAT level questions also. So suppose this number is given to us 12, and if I ask you what will be the last digit or unit digit, you will simply say 2 is unit digit or last digit, right? Similarly, if I ask you number is 123, what is the unit digit or last digit, you will simply say 3 is the unit digit. Now let's extend this question, this concept on a difficult problem. Suppose question is 12 plus 13. This expression is given to us and we have to find out unit digit of this particular expression. Now if I try to solve this manually, I will get 25 as the sum of these two numbers and unit digit will be 5. But instead of doing all this, if I focus only on unit digit of this and unit digit of this, I will get 2 plus 3, that is 5. Both are same. That means I can generalize one thing from this particular example, that unit digit of any expression depends on unit digit of the given number. That means if a question comes like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and we have to find out the unit digit of this particular expression. So we do not need to multiply this. We have to focus only on unit digits, that is 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. And if you observe, 3 into 4 is 12, 12 into 5 is 60, and 60 ends with 0. So definitely this number ends with 0. The unit digit of this given expression will be 0, right? So this is a basic example where we have dealt numbers where we haven't considered any power. Generally in CAT we have seen questions where powers has been used to the given numbers. So now let's focus on such type of questions. But we have to first create the concept of such questions. Now for that there is a concept name is cyclicity. Cyclicity or repetition. To solve power-based problem, suppose if someone asks you what will be the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 36. So I'm not gonna manually solve this expression, right? And even if I try to solve, that won't be possible. So how can we find out? So for that we will try to find out the pattern. We will try to find out some repetition, or we call it as cyclicity. So for that, let's try to find out the pattern. So if I ask you what will be 2 raised to the power 1, you will simply say 2. 2 raised to the power 2 is 4, 2 raised to the power 3 is 8, 2 raised to the power 4 is 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 2 raised to the power 9, 512, 2 raised to the power 10, 1024, and so on so forth. I think these 10 powers will be enough to find out the pattern. Now observe one thing, 2, 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, and so on. So that means the powers of 2 always ends with 2, 4, 8, 6. Then again it starts repeating 2, 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8, 6. So we can generalize one thing if we want, that is 2 raised to the power power which is a multiple of 4, power multiple of 4 always ends with 6. Can we generalize this? Any number, a number ends with 2 and power is a multiple of 4. it will always ends with 6, right? You can see 2 raised to the power 4 ends with 6, 2 raised to the power 8 ends with 6. Why am I doing in such way? Because I will be forming a shortcut so that you do not need to remember all these things. You will be focusing only on that shortcut. But to reach to that shortcut, we have to find out these some patterns. So I have taught you how to find out the pattern for 2. Similarly, I will be talking about pattern to find out for 3. 3 raised to the power 1 is 3. 3 square is 9. 27. 81. 243. 729. 2187. 6561. I think that would be sufficient to find out the pattern. The pattern is 3971. 3971. So 3971, 3971. Again, you can clearly see after every fourth power, the power starts repeating. Because after this fourth power, again, it starts from 3971 and again it will start from 3971 and so on and so forth. So we can generalize and we can say 3 raised to the power multiple of 4 always ends with 1, right? We can say that. Similarly, you can solve for 4, you can solve for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on and so forth. But I have already solved these things and I have made a shortcut so that you can use that shortcut and you can solve that question within seconds. Let's focus on the shortcut. Okay guys, a shortcut says any number, this is your number and power is multiple of 4. Power is multiple of 4. Now this number can be even, can be odd. So that means if number ends with 2, 4, 6, 8 or if a number ends with 1, 3, 1, 3, 7, 9. If a number ends with 2, 4, 6, 8 and power is a multiple of 4, unit digit will always be 6. If a number ends with 1, 3, 7, 9 and power is a multiple of 4, unit digit will always be 1. This is a shortcut which you have to remember, right? I will take some examples also to make you understand this. But as of now, if a number ends with 2, 4, 6, 8, power is a multiple of 4, unit digit will always be 6. If a number ends with 1, 3, 7, 9, power is a multiple of 4, unit digit will always be 1. Now one more thing guys, 0 raised to the power anything always ends with 0. So we will never focus on 0. That means if someone asks you 10 raised to the power 1000, what will be the unit digit? So unit digit will always be 0, right? Because 0 into multiplying by something will always end with 0. So that's why we do not focus on this part much. That is already fixed. Similarly, 5 raised to the power anything always ends with 5. You can cross check also. If I note down the powers of 5, you can see every power ends with 5, right? I hope इतनी powers काफ़ी होंगी आपको समझाने के लिए. So that means if any question comes like this, 5 raised to the power 55, unit digit will always be 5. So these are already fixed. So obviously question setter does not ask much question from these two. Question setter generally asks from this category. Now let's take a few examples. Question number 1, 2 raised to the power 52. Now ask yourself, is power a multiple of 4? Yes, power is a multiple of 4. Number ends with 2, so unit digit will always be 6. Question number 2. Power is a multiple of 4? Yes. Number ends with 3. Number ends with 3. Unit digit will always be 1. Similarly, you can check any example, right? So I hope these three examples are sufficient to make you understand this, right? Now, next thing is, what if power is not a multiple of 4? What if power is not a multiple of 4? So what you have to simply do, I'm going to teach you a shortcut. Notice, 2 raised to the power 41. 2 raised to the power 41, you can see power is not a multiple of 4. Now ask yourself, why it is not a multiple of 4? Because when you divide 41 by 4, you will get 1 as remainder. So whatever the extra part is coming out, or whatever the remainder is there, you have to solve for that extra part or remainder. Here, 1 is the extra part, or you can say 1 is the remainder. So solve for that only. That's it. Question solved. Let's take few more examples. 3 raised to the power 42. Power is not a multiple of 4. Why it is not a multiple of 4? Because remainder is 2. When I divide power by 4, remainder is 2. So solve for that 2 power. So 3 raised to the power 2. Answer is 9. That's it. Question number 6. 7 raised to the power 53. Is power multiple of 4? No. Why? Because remainder is 1. That's it. Let's take one more example. Power is a multiple of 4? No. Why? Because 2 remainder. So 9 square, 81. So answer is 1. So I have taught you enough questions. Now I'm gonna discuss few questions and you are also gonna try these questions. And आप सभी लोग comments में बताएंगे कि out of the 7 questions which I am going to teach you after this, आपके कितने correct हुए, ठीक है? I have taught you concepts. Now it's your time. You will check कि आपसे कितने questions सही होते हैं और comment box में mention जरूर करिएगा, ठीक है? Let's begin with the first question. So first question say find the last digit or unit digit of this particular expression. So 2 raised to the power 142, you can see 142 is not a multiple of 4. Why? Because of 2 extra. So 2 square into. This part is a multiple of 4. This part is a multiple of 4. Right? So this will ends with 6. 2 square is 4. 4 into 6. 4 into 6 is 24. So answer is 4. That's it. Within 5-10 seconds, you can solve this question. Next, 3 raised to the power 200. Power is a multiple of 4? Yes. 1. 4 raised to the power 500. Power is a multiple of 4? Yes. Unit digit will be 6. So 1 into 6? 6. That's it. Next question. 13687 raised to the power 3265. Now, I have already told you last digit depends on last digit. So, we are not gonna focus on this part. We will focus only on 7. So, 7 raised to the power 3265. Now, you have to check whether this number is a multiple of 4 or not. And you guys remember this property to divisibility of 4 is checking last 2 digit. So check last 2 digits. Last 2 digits 65. 65 is not a divisible of 4 because 1 is remainder. So 7 raised to the power 1, answer is 7. Within 5-10 seconds, you can solve such type of problems. Next, find the last digit in the product of any 10 consecutive natural number. Any 10 consecutive natural number, right? Now, if you try to understand this question, any 10 consecutive, if I talk about first 10 consecutive natural number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Now, if I talk about the product of this and what will be the unit digit, you can clearly see since this number ends with 0, so obviously answer will be 0. Now, you will say, sir, question says any 10 consecutive natural number, but you have taken starting first 10 consecutive natural number. Guys, if you change the order also, if you start with 2, you will find 10 again in this sequence. So you will always find 10 in the first, or you can say a number ends with 0 in any 10 consecutive natural number. You can check any number. If you start from, let's say, if you start from 25, to 25 into 26 into 27 into 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you will always find a number who ends with 0 in any 10 consecutive natural number. So if a number ends with 0, so all the product will always ends with 0, right? So that's why answer for this particular question will be 0. Now let's make this question little bit difficult, right? This was pretty easy. What if question says find the last digit in the product of any 10 consecutive odd natural number? Any 10 consecutive odd natural number. So I'm going to teach you one thing. To solve any such type of questions, always take first 10 numbers. If it is being satisfied in first 10, it will always satisfy for any other 10 also. Okay? You do not need to check for random numbers. So check for first 10. So first 10 consecutive natural numbers. So 1, 10 consecutive odd natural number. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Now if you observe, this number ends with 5. This number ends with 5. Now 5 into a odd number always ends with 5. If you multiply any odd number by 5, you will always get 5 as the unit digit. This is a unit digit. And observe this thing. If you multiply 5 with any even number, you will get 0 as the unit digit. So for example, you can also see, if you couldn't observe this part, if you focus on this part, 5 into 2, that is also ending with 0. But if I talk about odd natural number, here all the numbers are odd, so 5 into odd will always end with 5. So answer for this particular question will be 5. So I hope this part is clear. I have solved two type of question. First is product of any 10 consecutive natural number. Second question was product of any 10 consecutive odd natural number. So any 10 consecutive natural number, answer was 0. For any 10 consecutive odd natural number, answer is 5. Next, find the last digit of this particular question. Power is a multiple of 4, 6. Power is a multiple of 4, 1. Power is a multiple of 4, power is a multiple of 4, so number ends with 6. 6 into 6, 36. That's it. Next, 867. Now, I will focus on 7. Here I will focus on 2. Observe this part. Observe this part. This part is not divisible by 4. And why it is not divisible by 4? Because of 3. So 7 cube minus. This part is a multiple of 4. So 2, if power is even and number ends with 2, unit digit is 6. So for this we are getting 6. What about this? 7 cube is 343. So 343 minus 6 is, you can solve, this will be 337. So answer is 7. Many students commit a mistake in such type of question because वो ये करते हैं, देखो ज्ञान से, 7 cube they take as 3 and 3 minus 6. So they solve and get answer as minus 3 and they put 3 as the unit digit. But guys, -3 है, 3 नहीं है, और -3 कभी पॉसिबल ही नहीं होता है, मतलब डिजिट के फॉर्म में -3 थोड़ी ना होगा। बेसिकली हो क्या रहा है, इसकी रीजनिंग समझिए। दिस नंबर विल डेफिनेटली बी बिगर देन दिस नंबर, यू कैन क्रॉस चेक, you can use your common sense. So obviously when you are subtracting a number from a bigger number, और वो जब subtract नहीं होता है तो आप borrow करते हो, तो observe कीजिए, if you are solving this part also 3 minus 6, so 3 minus 6 is not being solvable, so what will you do, you will take a borrow, so 3 becomes 13, so 13 minus 6 becomes 7. So never put -3 as the answer. Always remember, if you are not able to subtract while solving unit digit, always take a borrow and then you will able to find the right answer. Next question and the last question. So question says find the rightmost non-zero digit of 70 raised to the power 3340. Now if you observe, this number ends with 0, so obviously any power raised to this always ends with 0. So unit digit of this expression will be 0. But question setter is asking for non-zero digit. That means we will remove 0 wala part. So we will solve for this particular part. Right? So we are going to focus on this part because we do not have to consider zeros. So now let's try to find out 7, and number is a multiple of 4. So answer is 1. So the non-zero digit of this particular question will be 1. एंड क्वेश्चन क्लियरली से राइट मोस्ट, मतलब जो सबसे आखिरी में होने वाला है। ठीक है, तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस यूनिट डिजिट पे पूछे जाते हैं। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, लेट मी टॉक अ बिट अबाउट आवर कोर्स। सो वी हैव लाइव एंड कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लासेस followed by application classes. This always been an iQuanta's X Factor, where we provide a lot of practice questions in the form of concepts also, followed by a live and conceptual class. तो अगर सिंपल वे में समझे तो 1-2 घंटे की क्लास हुई है, उसके बाद एक एप्लीकेशन क्लास होती है जिसमें क्या होता है कि हम कॉन्सेप्ट्स को और डिटेल में समझते हैं। समटाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि लाइव एंड कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लास में कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट रह जाते हैं तो वो यहाँ पे कवर हो जाते हैं। सेकेंडली, यहाँ पे और एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस हो जाती है, बिकॉज समटाइम्स एक कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर 4 to 5 वैरायटी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस पॉसिबल हैं। सारे कवर कराना पॉसिबल नहीं होता है, तो हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस एप्लीकेशन क्लास के फॉर्मेट में करा देते हैं, जिससे कि एक टॉपिक कंप्लीटली आपको समझ में आए और हर वैरायटी कवर हो जाए। नेक्स्ट थिंग इज लिटिल बिट अबाउट our modules. So we have 2 modules, one is basic, another is advanced. Basic is non-engineer quant module, where we provide videos specifically to the non-engineers, or you can say who were not good with maths and they have started their CAT preparation and they are facing some kind of difficulty. So for them this module is a lifesaver, you know. And this module is something where you can revise all the shortcuts at one place, because काफ़ी लोग क्वांट में शॉर्टकट्स के पीछे भाग रहे होते हैं और उनको शॉर्टकट्स नहीं मिलते हैं। कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट रहते हैं जो मिस आउट कर देते हैं, बट दिस मॉड्यूल कवर एवरीथिंग एंड दिस इज अ डिटेल कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ आवर कोर्स. यू कैन चेक आउट आवर वेबसाइट ऑल्सो, एंड इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड you can enroll with us. So that's all in this video. We will meet in the next video and we will learn something more about number system. Bye bye guys.